At the Board of Selectmen's meeting on Tuesday, November 27th, the board members continued a discussion from the October 23rd public hearing regarding the last alcohol license in town. The two businesses vying for the license are Volante Farms and Gordon's Fine Wines of Needham. Here's a look at the board's decision.
An establishment that's considered a food store not have an all-alcohol license. And I think that changing the regulations or contemplating changing the regulations to allow for that, I just don't think that the town, in my opinion, is best served by doing that. With respect to the Gordon's application, I'm supportive of this application.
I think we have to support small businesses like Volante Farms. We've received quite a bit of email and letters saying the same thing. I think it would be an add to Volante's, and I don't think that we need at this time to give a license to Gordon's, which to me isn't really anything different than the other small businesses that we have in town that provide the same level of service and the same products that I believe Gordon's would provide. So I support Volante's getting this license. I wouldn't support Gordon's getting this license for those reasons mentioned. And if we're not going to go either way, I would look to add our rules and regulations, have a public hearing, and clarify where we stand after hearing from the public on what a food store is.
There are two issues. One is the applicability of the license for Volante, given the finding of our town council with respect to their eligibility. And the other issue is whether or not there are a sufficient number of licenses in the town to serve the needs of the town. And I'm convinced that I think for the time being we have an adequate number of licensees.
Given the fact that there's only the one license, at least based on the record that we had before us at the hearing, it makes sense to me to keep the one license in reserve and to give it some further thought.